regards to all of you. Today we are going to answer a question. A Muslim, he contacted me actually, and he said that his prophet said in the Quran, chapter 7, verse 157, that his name or his there's a prophecy about him in the Bible, in the Torah and the New Testament. And he mentioned to me chapter 7, verse 157. The funny thing is, those verses, they are going to be used against Muhammad, not for his benefit. If you go and search right now in the internet, you will find tons of websites and articles either talking against or with Muhammad in the Bible. Life of Muhammad. Is Muhammad mentioned in the Bible? And all of them based on what? I mean, either Muslims guessing that this verse is about Muhammad, as an example, the Comforter, suddenly the Comforter became Muhammad, when the Comforter says clearly the Comforter is a spirit who lived forever, not spirit who died and in the grave. And so when somebody is desperate, trying to find a prophet, and that prophet cannot be found even in their book, so they go and start guessing about verses in the Bible. Sometimes Muhammad is the cornerstone, which people rejected, when Jesus said it clearly that the cornerstone is him, and there's tons of verses in the Bible about that, and Jesus himself is speaking about that. When the Muslim they want, suddenly they make him the Holy Spirit. When they want, they make Muhammad any person they wish from the Bible. But the question is, as long Muhammad he mentioned this, claiming that his God told him this, shouldn't his God tell him which verse? If you go and read all the hadith, all the books Muslims have, you will not find once Muhammad is saying, okay, open, let us say, chapter, etc., verses, etc., in the book of etc., and find my name. Why Muhammad did not do so? I mean, he is saying to them here, you find it there, but there is missing part of the story. Because if we find it there, then it should be there in the time of Muhammad. Let us say, for the sake of argument, the Christians are bad people, the Jews are bad people, the Hindus are bad people, everybody for Muslims is bad people. So we are the bad people. Okay, we got that. But our books is there since Muhammad time. And this is Muhammad saying they find it in their books, where it is. Why he could not quote it to them in front of them? I mean, how stupid it is to say, oh, you find it about me in there. Where? I mean, what the purpose of this verse if you cannot get them busted? So you will find Muhammad, he made just a statement claiming that his God told him that, but he never mentioned where in his time. So the Muslims today, to cover the problem of their silly prophet, they start guessing this verse is about Muhammad. Anything, but the Muslim, they see a zucchini, they say the zucchini is a Muslim praying to Allah, just because the zucchini is bending over. They see a cloud in the sky, they say this does not look like a rabbit, it looks like Allah. Anything, because obsessed. They open a watermelon, they see the name of Allah there. They are obsessed with it. So here, where we can find the name of Muhammad in the Bible, where we can find such a thing, like the that Muhammadim, I mean, how silly, how stupid. While in the Old Testament and the New Testament, prophecies is given about people who not only born in a place, not only even tell they are going to be born from who, it's tell what they will do. Now, what is even the prophecy of Muhammad to be a prophet? As an example, if we leave this verse and we go here, and I'm using my tablet, sorry again. If we use here, go here to the chapter of the moon. I'm not See, I'm holding the tablet in one hand and typing. Okay. All right. If we go to the chapter of the moon, and we will see Muhammad saying that look how many times the moon keep appearing, how important the moon keep almost in every verse in the Quran. I mean, if we go here, chapter 54, verse number 1. This is a prophecy. Muhammad, he claimed judgment day just started. And the funny here, the Muslims, they say this is one of the miracles of Muhammad, but there is nowhere it says that Allah, he split the moon, and nowhere it says that Muhammad, he did that too. And the moon had never been split, and it's stupid, you know. If the moon is split, the earth will be destroyed, and the moon will not exist today. It's going to be two moons. So does the verse says Allah split the moon and he glue it again? I mean, isn't it stupid even to say it? When you say the moon is split, that means the moon is split. Okay, so Allah split the moon. What happened next? What happened? And here he mentioned that this is a sign of the judgment day. And that was almost 1500 years ago. Where is the judgment day? A big failure. And then he says, didn't they say the miracles that they turn aside? What miracles? Where is the miracle? All the Quran saying that the Arab keep asking Muhammad for a miracle. If we type just the word ayah, you know, my keyboard does not have really the whole letters. I mean, the accurate one. All right. You see, because I'm not able to type the word. See here, the first letter should be ayah with maddah. It's like a something. I'm not sure how to use this. Yeah, this keyboard is not really doing a good job. Apple keyboard. All right. Mojo. Go back. Let us go to the different one. I can type easy. Like if I have the keyboard is way better. Even the keyboard actually I have does not have all the letters correctly. Let us see. If we go in the Quran here, it says, chapter 17, verse number 59. It says, nothing could have hindered us that we should send signs except the ancient reject them. Do you see it? The Quran confirmed that Allah, he refused to send signs to Muhammad. And this is the most stupid thing ever. Because who is the one refuse signs? Make a miracle now, even if you are, let us say, a false person, a magician, you know, make things, see things as it's true. And you say you are a prophet, trust me, you will find some people believe in you. You will. So this is a false excuse of a false prophet, of a false God. They keep asking him, where is, you know, he said, do you remember the she-camel? Nobody saw this. You are telling them about something they never saw. The she-camel, which is a fiction story about a rock became a camel. A rock. So Allah can make a rock became a camel, but he cannot make a zucchini become a rabbit to Muhammad. I mean, how silly. Do you remember the she-camel? Okay, what the she-camel? What does it have to do with this? This is a prophet. So Allah, he sent every prophet and he support them all with miracles, including the she-camel miracle, which is most of funny, stupid miracles ever we heard of. And nobody saw, and we don't know even who was those people you're talking about. But he cannot send a little miracle to Muhammad. What about you make the dog say meow like a cat? Forget about making feeding thousands from a piece of bread. No, don't do that. Forget about sending food from the sky, as Allah, he said to the Jews. Forget about that. Forget about resurrecting people from the grave like Jesus did. Forget about that. Forget about healing people, but just by touching Jesus or making the blind see. Forget it. Just give Muhammad one miracle. You will find all the miracles Muslims claim about is just in their traditional books. There's nothing in the Quran. And as you see, it says here, we refrain from sending. If you change the translator, by the way, you will see how the translation, it's a joke, you know, the Muslim translation. It's a kind of Where is the translator? See, English translation. This is Shakir. Let us see Yusuf Ali. And we refrain from sending the signs. Refrain. I mean, how clear it is. Only because men of former generation treated them as false. We send the she-camel to Thamud, where nobody knows. The Muslim, they start guessing now, where is Thamud? Go and read. You will die laughing. They see a rock in the middle of the desert, say, this is Thamud. The other person says, no, this is not, the other one. The same you find, like the Muslims, they have the grave of Adam in everywhere. And they find that there's a grave of Adam in Turkey, there's a grave of Adam in Samarkand, there's a grave of Adam in Iran, there's a grave of Adam in Iraq, there's a grave of Adam in Syria. I mean, they have, this look like Adam was dying everywhere. So this stupid cult cannot find any base anywhere. So they desperately try to create miracles. So now we see Qur'an and miracle. Okay, if the Qur'an is full of miracles, so what is this? We refrain. If the Qur'an itself, actually, the Muslim, they claim that this is a miracle, the Qur'an itself. So how you stupid you say, we refrain from sending miracles, when you are, by making Qur'an, you are making a miracle. But you just said we refrain. It's like you're saying, I refrain from making falafel, and you have your camera on and you are making falafel. That is a stupid statement. So, if the Quran is a miracle, then this verse is false. Because you did not refrain, here we go, you are making one. And then we find that the Quran, I mean, there's nothing miraculous about it except how stupid it is to be a believer in it. This is a miracle, to believe in something stupid. Like when the Quran says that the sperm coming from the backbone, and women have a sperm coming from the location of the ribs, or a God who don't remember which one he created first, the stars or the mountains. If you compare between chapter 41, chapter 79, or the sun set in murky water, and then the Muslims start saying, oh, the Prophet, God did not say that. He says that as Alexander the Great, he was imagining it. Where it says imagining, do you see the word imagining there? It says he found it. He report a find. And when you report a find, not an imagination. He did not say, I mean, and the funny, they say that this is a book of miracles. Okay, well, if it's a miracle, well, can't you see that he found the sun set? He found it. So, in order to defend the stupidity of Muhammad, who believe in fictions and false stories, they start saying, oh, this is, when you walk into the ocean, don't you see the sun setting in the ocean? He thought, first of all, do you see the word ocean? Do you ever see the word ocean? Does it say here spring? Since when the ocean is a spring? This is about a story, legends. People believe that there is a hot spring. This is what people, they saw there is boiling spring from volcanoes. So the sun, where the sun getting its heat from? Obviously there is a spring of water, which is muddy, murky, because it's boiling. The sun go and take shower every day and jump in it. And this is how it get hot. So in order to cover the stupidity of Muhammad, they start saying, oh, this doesn't say that. Okay, if we go, we will find Muhammad saying that exactly. If we go in the hadith, let us see, here we go, let's go down, we go to the hadith. Oh, this is a hadith I was reading, it's funny, about Abraham, he cut himself, he circumcised himself with the hammer. The hammer in Arabic, it's called qaddum, which is, let me see, hold on. This one. I mean, you see the Prophet of Allah, how smart he is. This is how he circumcised himself. I mean, how big that thing was. Man, Ibrahim must be like, his private part was like a camel nose. Sorry, an elephant nose. He either circumcised by this? Like, are you sure? Anyway, so if you go, we go back to the topic. Sorry for, if we go here, you will see Muhammad, he says that the sun set in a murky water. But you will not find a one Muslim saying, oh, the Prophet says that. No, they will deny it. They try to say, no, here we go. And you cannot say this is weak and the garbage you say to us always, I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah and he was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, do you know where this set? Muhammad, he liked to ask always because he want to show that he is the scholar, he is the scientist, he is Dr. Muhammad. I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. Muhammad, he loved to hear this. Allah and his apostle knows best, You see it? I try to hide it, highlight it with my finger. All right. So Allah and his apostle knows best. And he said, it's set in a spring of warm water. So how come all the Muslims, they come we try to find an explanation. Muhammad says something the opposite. This is the miracle, that you have a donkey, the donkey explained what he meant. All the believers in the donkey, they say, no, he don't mean that. So I hope I did answer you about the stupidity of, claiming that Muhammad can be found in the Bible, when Muhammad, he failed to find himself in the Bible, and Muhammad, he failed to find for us where is the Gog and Magog, like this fiction story, the sun, the guy keep going until he found where the sun set, and then he found where the sun rise, and Muhammad, he found that the sperm coming from the backbone of the man, the ribs of the women. Muhammad cannot even find out how Allah created the earth, the mountains first or the stars first. One chapter says so, one chapter says the opposite. This is clear, stupid book. And actually, even Muhammad himself, he says, if this is a book made by other than Allah, which means he meant other than God, right? لوجدتم فيه وجدتم فيه اختلافا كثيرا. I'm not used to use Arabic in this tablet. So Muhammad here, chapter 4, verse number 82, saying like, why they cannot consider the Quran? Like, why? Actually, this sentence alone proved to us that Muhammad was not saying something should be considered in his time. Because this verse is said because nobody want to consider such a stupid book. So why they don't consider the Quran? Well, the answer is there. If it would be not from Allah, surely they have found, contradiction. Well, the whole book is contradiction. Go to compare between chapter 41, chapter 79. This is the easiest one. One saying the mountains created before the stars, and the other one saying the stars created before the mountains. Very simple. And all the Muslim scholars agree that the earth created before the sky. And if you go and read Ibn Kathir, you will see that the earth created, and then there's smoke come out, and this is where the verse says that the sky was a smoke, which means the sky, there's no sky, but this is smoke from the earth, because Allah was cooking there. Flying carpet, flying horse, the ring of Solomon. Solomon, he listened to the ant, and he laughed at the ant, but the ants are deaf and they don't talk, and they are mute, and they communicate by vibration or chemical. This is all stories from the Legend of the Jews. You can go search right now in Google. You will find the Legend of the Jews. You will see the story about the ant, the punishment of the grave. This is something he learned from the Jews. All those are fiction stories. So my friend, the one who sent me the email saying that we can find your prophet in our Bible, I say to you, we can. Yes, we can. The Bible says, from their fruits you shall know them. And Muhammad is an evil man, child molester, very ugly person, a rapist. And at the same time, Jesus, he said, be aware of false prophet.